character hit 0 hit points and 3 death save failures.
No,
Let's effing go because I'm bringing Mike Guy, human monk in.
Mike Guy.
Give me
Might.
2 seconds.
Mike.
I'm gonna let the puppies in.
Might guy.
Mike Guy. Anybody who gets the reference, I would exactly play it the exact same way too. Yes, and I would play the character identically to that.
So who gets to be Lee?
When you're talking, well, if you do though, now here's the thing. I feel like if you're Lee, you have to go fighter, with unarmed strike, like because he has no jujitsu. The thing is, though, is with a monk, you still have key points. You still can do certain things about that. So you have the ability to do jujitsu type things as a monk, but you'd have to go fighter, so you don't have that.
You could just take Way of the Open Fist and just reflavor it to just extra damage punches.
That's true. That's true.
Or technically, if you said Guy. I was gonna say if you went with Lee, you could go Drunken Fist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he does get more awesomer when he drinks. Yeah.
Just don't play as Guy's dad because otherwise your character might die.
You know, I completely forgot about Lee getting drunk.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was like one of the best fights in OG Naruto. Him versus Kimimaro.
But yeah, I thought about the Mike Guy thing because you were talking about the Guy Fieri character, and I love characters that have that kind of flavor to them.
I was thinking more about that, and I meant to put it in the in the Discord, but I remember now that it was they took a picture of Guy Fieri and literally just put a red filter over it. That was it.
So wonderful.
Guy, Dude Fiery. It was one heck of a impromptu, like I didn't prep sort of session. It was great.
I always like it. Like, so I find equal happiness when like it's like a fully like brand new fleshed out, like you made this everything verbatim and everything like that from it. But I also really enjoy the whole like just comical pun and pun filled characters as well.
I'm ready to slaughter things.
Play a Beetlejuice character, but Jay wouldn't let me.
I never said that.
What? Yes, you did.
No, it was the stuff that you were saying about the Beetlejuice character. I was like, well, you can't do that.
I just want to play Beetlejuice. How can I play Beetlejuice? I want to be Chaos in a striped suit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being Chaos in a striped suit.
Excellent.
So there is a show, Community. I've probably mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a Beetlejuice joke where they have said Beetlejuice. Like, and the third episode that they say Beetlejuice in, a background character is dressed as Beetlejuice, and it's great.
I would have not caught that.
Show.
Alright. So, when we last left off, Ginkgo lost a hand. Some cannibalism was had, and then the murder of a cannibal was had after that. Does that about sum it up?
They'll never become head of a major corporation.
God damn it.
That's no way to get ahead in life.
I'm trying to remember the other ones. Let's see. Did it revert back to its original self? Like, what happened? Like, I know it had stayed as Ginkgo for a while, but did it ever revert back to whatever it was so we could figure out what exactly it was?
Yeah, it did. I never said what you guys saw, did I?
Nope.
No, that's why I was wondering, because I thought you had said it stayed as Ginkgo, and I was like, what the shit? I need to
Yes,
know what it is.
it stays as you for a while, but like if you were to like go back and look at it, let me pull up a picture of said thing so you can see what they look like.
By the way, we have like 5 feet of snow outside right now. Is
Yeah.
it good?
If
Hashtag
anyone gets out
go.
and about tomorrow, be careful.
Because it was like an inch and a half the last I checked.
We would love to have your snow. Just send it down here, please.
Take it, please. I'm done with it.
I
Like-
seriously miss snow.
I do too. I miss snow so much.
Oh, you know how
Just
to fix
come and visit
that.
us in the winter, and then when you're tired of it, just go back.
I visited my sister in Montana for like 3 weeks. I did not get sick of it.
Y'all should just
What
move
that
here.
tongue do?
Oh, we want to. We are not planning to stay in Macon forever. We would love to move back to Minnesota, where I'm from, where I have siblings.
If you say Minnesota, you've got to say it in the accent.
Minnesota.
No, I do. Brian says I do say it that way. I say
So-
it fast so people stop.
So the one thing I noticed up there, everybody says it with the accent, even if they have no accent up there. When they say it, 100% accent shows up, like mid conversation. Now, the one thing too I did notice too while I was up there, I grew up in the South. I never thought I had anything remotely close to a Southern accent ever, right? Never thought that anything that ever came out of my mouth was remotely close to it until I lived in Minnesota and I was around not Southern accent all the time. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I do, don't I? Yep. No, it's there. It's there. It's slight, but it's there. It's there.
I feel that when I was in Texas for the hurricane, everybody kept on calling me a northerner. I'm like, why do you keep on saying that? And I realized how I sounded compared to everybody else.
See,
Yeah.
I'm weird because I apparently am like Ginkgo in real life. If I go to like Alabama or something like that, in 3 days I sound like I pick up on their accent real quick.
Do you have ADHD or autism?
I think I have ADHD because coffee does not affect me the way it should. It actually makes me sleepy.
Just because that's one of the, not signs, but like, my brother's autistic and I have ADHD, and we both pick up on accents a lot easier.
Like, my oldest sister doesn't have autism. My oldest brother has like slight autism, and all the rest of them are like high functioning, but they have like I hate to say it because that sounds terrible, but it's like autism people sometimes have a look to them where you can be like, that person's autistic, and all my other younger siblings has that look.
It might be the facial expression kind of difference that causes that. That like they're not trying to mimic someone, so it's just kind of like one of those. That might be what it is. That like you're noticing.
Yeah, it's like how they like carry their face. I don't know if it's just like they don't clench their jaw like how, or like hold their face like, you know, to look more, you know, how I guess like people like to the other, what's it called, like you try to make yourself look more presentable. I think like autistic people kind of just have like a really relaxed face, like they don't try to impress like by holding like tightening their jaw or like, you know.
To practice being a human being.
Practice being a human. Okay, then.
Well, I have to, like... One of the reasons I overthink things so much is I will have conversation... Like, if I'm going into a new situation, then I don't know what to expect. I get really, really anxious because if I know the situation, I can at least practice in my
that's
head
what I do.
how
I literally
the
will
interaction is going to go.
practice conversations. Or if I'm going to a new restaurant, I will literally the night before look up their menu
Yes.
and pick out what I want, so I'm not like making the people wait forever.
Yeah, ADHD.
And I have like different personalities depending on who I'm with.
Yeah, my main thing is I don't like confrontation. So like if I have to have a conversation with somebody that's going to result in conversation, I will practice every single outcome in my head.
Oh yeah.
Before that conversation is had. That's one of the reasons why I don't like surprises. Because if you're going to surprise me, if I know that something's coming, if you're like, hey, I bought you a new dress, look how cute this is or whatever, I'm like, okay, cool, I know to be like, this is the appropriate amount of, oh my gosh, thank you. Whereas if someone's just like, I have a surprise for you, I'm just like, okay.
So this is why we get along so well, because you and I have this.
But I'm like,
so
I don't want to like oversell. Gosh, wow, when it's just like a candy bar. But like, I don't want to be like, oh, cool, thanks, when it's like this really big surprise. And so if I don't know what the surprise is,
Robert is like the worst person to give presents to, because he will literally, like, you'll hand him like a new video game that he wanted for like a year, and he'd be like, oh my god, thank you. Like,
yep.
And not squeal and like get excited.
Yep.
I don't squeal.
It is a massive source of anxiety to be given a surprise, and Jay loves to say, I have a surprise for you, and I'm like, I know you're trying to be cute, but really, I am so anxious right now. Please just tell me what it is. Like, I made him spoil my engagement ring because I was just so worked up about it, and he was, like, playing into it, being like, yeah, it's, like, really thick, and this, and, like, all the things that I didn't want in a ring.
See, and that's why, like, I will tell people, I'm like, I will tell people, I'm like, okay, pretend this is, like, surprise gift I'm giving you. Boom! Like, and I'll show them what it is. Like, I'll do that. I'll be like, listen, just pretend it's that day. Just pretend it's, like, you know, if it's a gift for Christmas or a birthday, maybe, like, 3 months before, I'm like, okay, just pretend it's Christmas. And
I'll forget. I'll forget what you've gotten me before the time the present rolls around.
Like, Robert won't tell me, because I hate surprises too. He won't tell me until the day beforehand, so then it's like I don't have a full-on anxiety attack for a week.
Even that is too much.
So shapeshifter.
Yeah. I posted in art what it looks like.
Yeah, it's gross.
Brain implosion. Energy 10,000 grams of caffeine.
And now that song's stuck in my head again.
He forced me to watch that in the car.
Good. What did you think of it?
It's like my new default background head music. Like, it was literally in my head all day at work today, and I couldn't make it stop.
Anyway. So, yeah. That is what you would see if you were to go back to it after a little bit. I don't know if anybody would like to do a check on what that possibly is.
Sure.
Yeah, let's have you roll a... I'd say this is probably considered an Arcana check.
Ooh, I don't think I'm great in Arcana. Give me a second, my thing's a little slow because it crashed. Okay, I think we're allowed, 2 people rolling on one type of check? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I just want...
I allow 2 people because it's the same as one person doing it at advantage, or one person getting, via the help action kind of thing.
Okay, I was just... Okay, who else? Okay, you said Arcana. I only have a +1 in Arcana. Who has a high intellect or is proficient in Arcana that would like to check
Not
in?
this guy.
I think
Not
almost
me.
none of us.
-1.
I do believe Draxus has some Arcana knowledge, but I don't know how smart he is.
I got 3.
Well, considering his issues with graduating high school.
Also, I'm in the chamber with Scarlet and the other Goblin King. Gnome King.
Yeah, you guys brought the body back. You guys brought the body back.
Yeah.
Because I said, let's separate. I'm going to go try and find the cellar. Because they were talking about seeing it run to a cellar. So we split up. We have people in a cellar. And then you guys were delivering the body because you could fly up the thing and then also has strength, she can carry the body.
Correct.
Sorry, just trying to get us all on the same page.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was about to give Ginkgo guidance, and I said, "F that."
You sure you want to
Nope. No guidance.
do some guidance?
Nope. Ginkgo's
Would you
got
like
this.
some guidance?
I believe in Ginkgo's ability to recall whatever he needs to recall.
See, here's the thing. If I was proficient in it, I could use Kenku Recall. But I'm not proficient in Arcana. Well, wish me luck. Oh, fuck. What did I have on? Disadvantage? Normal?
That's 17.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had advantage on it. Clicked it off.
You're fine. I go with the first roll when that happens.
I kind of figured you did it, but I wanted to apologize that I had advantage on.
Yeah, no need for apologies. It's literally just me looking at one number rather than 2. It's not really a big thing. But yeah, with a 17, you would know that this is a shapeshifter known as a doppelganger. They have the ability to do all sorts of fun stuff, like completely mimic somebody, including their memories. They're fun.
We have different definitions of fun.
They can also read people's thoughts, which is how they freaking do memories. I would go into the full lore of them, but I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hear some of the full lore on it, because
I do.
Why don't you copy and paste it into Discord? We can read it at our own will, maybe?
Let's just say that SA is a thing with them, and that's all I'm going to say.
Nope.
They are not a good thing.
No, they are not.
It is good that you killed it.
Okay,
Moving on from that. So yeah, that is what you have killed. They are not the only type of shapeshifter, however. So
I'm guessing the other king is definitely dead.
We don't know.
Most likely.
But we haven't finished exploring the whole area. They might have been kept captive, and they're slowly eating off of them to keep strength. But they've been tied up for so long. Who knows?
Who knows? Anywho, the lot of you, or at least some of you, had gone into the cellar. What would you like to do once you're in the cellar?
Stabbing everything with one of my my bone darts. I want to just start stabbing inanimate objects.
Okay. Which one do you start with?
Anyone else have an objection to this plan?
Nope. I'm right behind you, ready to back you up.
I will say this. This is where the gnomes store their foodstuffs.
Yeah,
you may be Oh, you're not like trying to put a hole and stuff?
I'm just trying to poke it enough to like see if it reacts.
It's like poke it with a stick.
All right.
Like, yeah, it's my dart. It's the only thing I have that's kind of pointy. Like, I don't want to like.
Oh, you can poke it with a quarterstaff. Blunt object.
That's true. Well, I just was gonna have
from
a
a
dart
distance.
That's probably smarter. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just gonna go around and just start seeing if anything pokes back.
All right. Where do you start?
I go around the room clockwise.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Okay. Like, I'm not, like, it's just one of those, like, doppelgangers, mimics are a thing in my head, so I'm just like, how do I get it? So I'm like, I don't need to break it open, I just want to see if it reacts. So just click my one hand, just that for an attack, not necessarily damage, but just, okay.
Yeah.
Poke the shit out of it. You
do poke the shit out of it.
The only 20 we'll see all game.
Yep. Would it be safe to say you're a little bit mad right now from your loss of hand?
Yeah, I am grumbling. Yeah, I'm very much just like trying to take out anything. That's why I said I'm gonna attack all inanimate objects that could be mimics. So yes, anything that could be a mimic is gonna get poked.
All right.
I don't want to break the thing, but I definitely want to know, like, want to see if it reacts.
All right. You poke that one pretty darn hard. It doesn't react.
Would I know if an attack like this would cause a mimic to react, or do I need to stab it with something pointy?
You would probably have to actually be damaging. Like, you'd have to strike with the intent to damage. You can't just poke it. They're smarter than that. I'll give you that with the 17 Arcana. You would know that from... there is a reason why they stick around. And it's not just because they can mimic other shapes.
So what I'm hearing is one of the heavily armored people should probably actually open it.
Okay, I have a crowbar in my possession. I have a hammer. I have multiple darts. I want to use... Let's see here.
Okay, question is does like a liquid burn them, like how like sometimes like slugs, if you throw like salt like water on them, it would make them have like an effect?
Good question.
Yeah, roll me a Arcana check on that.
One second, please.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
I forgot to pull up my character sheet, so...
I would like to, while she's doing that, I would like to use a piece of my clothing to secure... I want to put a dart, like 2 darts, on the end of my quarterstaff, just for poking purposes from a distance.
So you're going to make a spear out of your quarterstaff?
Like, barely a spear, but only for this instance. Like, just to be stabbing.
Maybe like a bayonet-esque sort of thing.
You know what a bayonet is? Turning your gun into a spear.
Uh-huh. It's awesome.
A 2 would not succeed.
Sorry, it was at disadvantage.
You just go with the first number. All right. So, yeah, you would have to be actively trying to damage it. It can't just be like, oh, I bop it lightly. you're either going to be potentially destroying these gnomes' food stores, or you're going to be finding a mimic with each of your attacks.
Could we just shake them violently?
You could possibly do that too, yeah.
Do we want to go get a gnome and see what's in each of these things? Well, it's in a barrel. It has to be some sort of liquid or grain or powder. So shaking it. I mean,
can we not like tip it up and open it? Like just peek in?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, let's just tip up each one open. I'm here with you, baby. Ginko, I'm here with you.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the foodstuffs as it's open. I'm gonna stab the foodstuffs.
All right. So you're gonna open this barrel rather than trying to stab it.
Yes.
All right. Opening this barrel, you find a pungent wine.
Close it up. Next one.
All right. Opening up this one, you find some more pungent wine.
Oh yeah, next one.
More pungent wine.
Hell yeah, let's go. Next one.
Probably wine. This is probably their wine corner.
Guess what? More pungent wine.
Ballin'.
Going to that one, you find what seems to be a flower made out of green mushroom.
I wouldn't eat that.
I'm gonna stab it with a dart. Quick poke, just make sure.
You poke. You poke, and it doesn't. It's okay. You stab powder.
That's fair. I just want to make sure it wasn't hiding underneath
F
powder.
that
Liquid,
powder.
different story. Liquid, liquid.
Yeah. You find green powder again.
Stab it again.
You stab powder.
Sounds good. Okay, next one.
You find green powder.
Stabbing it.
It's you stab green powder.
That's fair.
Opening this one, you find that your hands are stuck to it.
Fuck.
Question for you, Ginkgo.
Someone has it. Someone got it from him, didn't they? The glue shit.
Did we grab some universal solvent?
That's not what I was going
To
to
mimic.
ask.
Oh, okay.
What I was going to ask is, does a 14 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Motherfucker.
Well, you go to flip this up, you go to open the top, and an eyeball opens up, and then a mouth out of wood and what looks to be shards of bone as the barrel transforms before your eyes, your hands stuck to it, or your hand and nub stuck to it. And just let me pull this to the proper layer. You find this boyo. If you'd like to roll initiative, you may.
Am I with you guys? Like, are me and Trish with you, or are we just still in the King's Chambers?
You guys are in the King's Chamber. You guys.
Yeah, this is Obi, Lothar, Draxus, and Ginkgo.
Okay, just making
Ginkgo,
sure.
you are considered grappled at the moment. Which just means your speed is 0. You can't move away from it.
Could I not just pick it up and carry it and move it?
Yeah, you technically can if you would like.
I was just checking.
You just
I'm
have-
like grappled, but this thing, like I could lift this thing off the ground and just move.
You would have to gain dominance in the grapple with a athletic
Pee on it.
check.
Pee on it. That's how you start dominance.
Puke into its mouth.
Obi, you see the barrel that Ginkgo is trying to open suddenly grow an eye, then a second eye, then then a third, fourth, fifth, and sixth eye, and then a mouth. and it tries to bite Ginkgo. What do you do?
I was gonna say something, and I feel bad, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. Let it eat her other hand!
No. No more hands.
Unless you give me a ring of regeneration. No.
How would you be able to put the ring on if you have no hands?
My foot? They're technically
Penis?
claws.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I'll have to take those next. I'm joking.
If you take a penis, I'm just killing my character. No reason to live anymore.
They're
Asexual or not, I still like my penis.
You are attached to it.
Been to for my whole life.
I feel like I need to make a quotes channel now, and that would be the first one.
We need quote.
Do it before you forget.
Alright, I'll make a quotes channel.
To be resident.
Anyone can post a "this was a funny quote" add to quotes channel. We'll put it in Lost Minds 1 add channel. Whoa.
Right, I'm gonna pop a shot with my short bow. Because of Assassinate, I have advantage on that, but 14 hit.
A 14 does hit, so you do have advantage, and because you have advantage, this is a sneak attack. And I do believe since it's the first round in combat, you can also immediately crit, correct? Oh no, it does know you're there, technically.
Yeah. So that's 18 damage.
Yeah, it thunks into its side and it takes a hefty blow. One of its eyes is no longer there. Would you like to do anything else with your turn? That's it? Alright. Draxus, it is your turn. A barrel has come to life and is trying to eat Ginkgo.
I'm gonna walk up and double slam the thing.
Alright. A 14 does hit. 8 damage. An 11, however, does miss.
Is that because I don't get it because there's only Ginkgo there, right?
Yeah. They would have to be on the other side. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I don't want to risk any spells in this place any more than I have to.
Alright. Lothar. What you gonna do for your turn?
Trying to think. Well, yeah, but I can't reach with a hammer right now.
That's correct.
I don't know about
You gonna cast a spell?
I don't know about that. Yeah, hold on, think about it. I did, by the way, while I'm thinking about this, I did show Eva a 3.5 character sheet when I was talking to her earlier about skills, and I said, trust me, 5e is so much easier.
Yes.
Now, I was just talking about the AC differences, so I literally just pulled out an old character sheet right here. This is my PHP from 3.5, and I showed it to her. I said, you had to fill all of this out. Every space. Alright, let's think. Could I move? Yeah, could I move into Drax's square and swing and move out?
No. I allow you to move through players, but not attack in the same space as them.
Let's see.
Unless if you're, I think it's a Lightfoot halfling, or the only exception, because they have that as a racial.
Yeah, the racial where they can attack, they can occupy the same space. Basically, you're standing underneath their crotch. I mean, true.
Oh wait, if they're grappled, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me, does he?
No, he can still take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, never mind.
I forgot I had one. I'm going to pull out my light crossbow.
Hey! You got one of those.
I forgot. I was looking at myself. It's like, oh, I do have it. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's try it. Hit.
All right, roll an attack. A 14 hits. Roll some damage.
Look at that. It's more than
Two
a sacred
piercing.
flame, so it's fine.
Every little bit counts.
That's right. I guess I'm done.
It is now the Mimic's turn. Ginkgo, it is going to attack you because you are attached to it. Ginkgo does a...
Oh, Jesus. That was a crit, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a crit.
Yeah, it's green. I got crit by the last one that attacked me, too, so this is just pleasant.
You take 11 plus 9. You take 20 points of damage.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be worse. It rolled pretty low on damage. It rolled 2 1s on damage. It rolled a little bit below average, actually, on damage. But that is its turn, because it could possibly move, but it's got a move of 15. It's not going anywhere. It's an ambush predator. It is now your turn, as it's trying to munch your other hand.
Okay, I want to drag it.
You need to...
I need to roll.
You need to roll athletics. It would be your action for the turn to get dominance in the grapple.
I thought peeing was a free action.
Peeing is a free action.
Well, I want to try and pull it so that more of us, like Lothar, can hit it and stuff and try and like pull it out of here. 1 second. Because I think I have to do an attack for my bonus action for my attacks. Because that would be an action, but not an attack. Sorry, I'm just double checking verbiage. Yeah, attack action for flurry of blows. That wouldn't be an attack. And then...
You make attacks while grappled.
No, I know, but I wanted to like pull it so that Lothar, so we'd have more sides to attack it from. So that's just what I was...
In situations like this, it's probably just attack and move back kind of thing.
Okay. I'm at 14 hit points, so I don't want to get attacks of opportunity on me, so I don't really want to move in and out of its space. So that's why I was going to try and pull it between everyone.
I mean, if you disengage back and you can survive that one, I'll fill in the space between the two of us.
Problem is, they need to break the grapple before they can disengage.
Yeah, you need to make the athletics check.
I'm going to do a stunning strike, so I'm going to do a hit with the one-handed quarterstaff.
All right.
And possibly flurry of blows, but then I'm going to try for the...
There's a slight problem. In order to open the barrel, you would have had to use your good hand, right?
Was I not using my staff to open shit?
It's a barrel. It's kind of hard to open it with a stick.
You poke it.
Not if you try hard enough.
Yeah, true enough. I'll say this. Roll me a sleight of hand check retroactively.
I thought Lothar was doing the opening and then I was doing the stabbing. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were doing the opening.
Oh, I thought Lothar was following next to me the whole time. It was hard to watch who was following me. 1 second. Okay.
I was going to say, if that's the case, Lothar should be the one stuck to the barrel and taking that nat 20.
I was the one stabbing into things, but I didn't think I was the one opening. But okay, sleight of hand's rolling it.
I would gladly switch place for my partner.
If you want to switch places and take that 20 damage, I'm okay with that. I mean, a 21 would definitely make it where you would have been able to open things with. So, you can be grappled. You'd be grappled, but you still have your hand free, but your staff would be stuck to it instead.
I'll do that.
All right.
Then I'm going to unarmed strike it.
All right.
Which, funny enough, that's the same fucking damage as my single staff, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Also, I just realized all of its attacks should have been at advantage because it's got this. Oh well.
I mean, what the crit would have been more crittier? Oh,
exactly. A 10, however, will not hit.
Okay, then I'm gonna do 1 second.
You do have 2 attacks in your turn now because you're level 5 plus.
Yes, so I'm gonna do a second attack. Same thing, unarmed. Oh well, wait. Okay, I could technically get. I mean, I'm gonna get 4. Okay, 4 attacks. I'm gonna use flurry of blows and whatever. Okay, unarmed strike again.
All right. A 15 will hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna use. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I want to use stunning strike, so it has to do a Constitution saving throw, and I'm still gonna do 2 attacks from flurry of blows.
All right.
2 key points spent total. Trying to remember what the Constitution saving throw was. Is that
check something on stunned. Sorry, what was that?
How do I know what my Constitution saving throw would be for it to have to roll?
It's going to be 8 plus your proficiency, which is 3, so 11, plus your wisdom saving throw or wisdom modifier.
Okay. So wisdom modifier is 3. Okay, so 8 plus 6, 14. Okay. I'm gonna put a note here on that or something.
All right.
Okay, perfect. I put con saving throws 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom modifier. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I need to roll something then as well, or?
You need to tell me what the saving throw will be.
Oh, sorry.
And you also need to roll damage.
8 plus 6, 14.
14.
Sorry, I thought I said that out loud. I think I said it.
It is now stunned, and you also need to roll damage.
And damage.
Now, question.
And then I'm going to do flurry of blows and hit it twice more.
All
this
right.
would be at advantage because it's stunned?
That is correct. You had a question there, Lothar?
I was going to say, because now it's stunned, would Ginkgo be able to get out of the grapple and then disengage without an attack of opportunity, correct?
Unfortunately, no, because it is not grappling her with a hand, and even if it did, stun doesn't affect that.
Okay.
It is grappling it because he is grappled because its body is literally sticky like glue.
Got it. I was trying.
And 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
I was waiting for that.
A natural 20, however, will certainly hit. For 7 damage total. Is that your turn?
Yes. Oh wait,
right.
So how does that crit damage? I just want to make sure I'm seeing it right. So the 3 was doubled, and then plus 1 for my...
So you rolled a 3.
Yes.
Plus your 3 from your dexterity.
Okay.
And then you get another damage dice on top of that, which rolled a 1.
Okay, so crit is just an extra roll. It doesn't double anything.
That's correct.
Okay, for some reason I thought it just literally doubled. I don't know why.
Some tables
Because
just
WoW
do
crit.
double, some do you get roll more dice.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the explanation, because I did not understand.
I prefer the roll more dice, because doubling it tends to make rogues and paladins even more powerful.
But it can
more
also
swingy.
screw you over if you roll a 1.
Yeah. Whereas you get a more even spread if you just get more dice.
Yeah, that's fair. Numbers that make that's fair.
There are also some tables that just do your initial damage is maxed out, then you get the dice on top of that.
God, that's a little broken.
Which, if, once again, paladins and rogues with that, all their initial dice are doubled. Or all their initial dice are maxed, and then they get rolled more. Which is terrifying. Anyway, is that your turn?
So my staff is what's grappled, correct?
Your staff is stuck to it, but you are still grappled to it.
Okay, I just want to make sure. That I'm gonna stay here.
All right, Obi.
Okay,
What would you like
to run up to it?
You would be on top of a barrel, and you cannot be there.
Okay.
Unless you'd like to make me an athletics check to clamber over it and maintain your balance, because it is a barrel.
Sure, fuck it, we ball.
All right.
Can I do acrobatics?
You can do athletics, because you're climbing up, not falling down. A 19 will certainly succeed.
Alright, so swing at it with the short sword.
Alright. You have advantage. It's stunned. A 12 will hit. Roll some sneak attack. For 15 total damage.
And then bonus action, stab it with the dagger.
Alright. Still have advantage. A 19 will hit for... You don't get to add your dexterity modifier. 2 damage. How do you want to finish it off?
Obi, in a flurry of slashing motions, basically gouges out the remainder of the way too many eyes that this thing has before, when he goes to stab at the final eyeball, he just takes his dagger and just shoves it all the way through to make sure it hits the brain.
Alright. You brain it with your final blow, stabbing through the large central eye. In through its eye, so your hand ends up going into the mush of eyeball, into its brain. You pull it out, and it seems to garble a little bit as it dies. Unlike the doppelganger, it immediately starts reverting into like this light gray mush, as it seems to be taking on its natural body, and its natural body seems to be very amorphous. Ginkgo, you are no longer attached to it.
Yay. Okay, someone carry it. We're gonna show it to the Mad King. I want to check the other 4 barrels.
Alright.
Let me check the other 4 barrels.
I was gonna say, one of the less injured ones should probably do that.
Alright.
As they're checking the barrels, Opie just starts taking a chug from one of the already open barrels as a celebratory chug.
Of wine, I assume? You're not going to take a chug of flour?
Yes, a chuggable wine.
All right.
A mega pint?
Make me a how much are you imbibing? Are you wetting your whistle, or are you like, I'm chugging?
Just wetting his whistle.
He said it'd been a long day.
All right. Yeah, you try it. It is a pungent wine. It is, how to put this? It is not like a wine that you've had before, because most wine is made from grapes. This is made from mushrooms.
How did I know?
I wonder. So the taste of it is a lot more earthy than you would expect. And funny enough, Obi, it kind of reminds you of traditional dwarven wine. However, there's a slight difference. Dwarven wine tends to have a lot more spices into it. This is very bland in comparison.
So, are these like Dark Souls mimics? Is there anything inside of the mimic?
I'm glad you asked. Would you like to check?
I would.
You find what looks to be about... Roll me a d4. You find only one unbroken egg.
Can I see if it's a fancy egg or is it just a chicken egg?
Looking it over, it isn't a chicken egg. That's for sure.
Mimic egg?
Basilisk.
Yes, it's a basilisk egg. Draxus, you were the one who succeeded on the mimic knowledge, right?
No, I failed. I think that's Ginkgo.
Oh, yeah, Ginkgo, as Draxus pulls this out, you would recognize it as a mimic's egg.
Pet?
No,
Pet.
that thing's getting smashed
Pet.
on the ground.
No, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna let it hatch. I'm gonna hug it and name him Gerald, and Gerald will be mine.
I'm already Kaylin's. Sorry.
Sorry.
I ain't nobody's but hers.
You're supposed to name it Gregory.
I knew it started with something like that. I just forgot it, okay?
I mean, should we keep it or should I smash it?
No, don't destroy it. Valuable. We can trade it, barter, whatever.
I mean, trade it to them for something. I'm sure there's value in it.
Okay, keeping it. Think about it, we could put it in our house and only we would know.
It doesn't quite work like that.
We went to the bar, told the joke. I laughed, the bartender laughed, the party laughed, the table laughed, we shot the table.
Yep.
Alright, I open up the
Yeah, I seen that.
open up the
I just want the
barrel in
koala
front
on
of me.
top.
Yeah, I originally thought it was fake, but my mom just sent me the thing. I guess she wants Outback tomorrow. And, yeah, it's real.
It's real.
You're required to give me the duck for Jerry.
I'm in
That
an
requires me to
Australians
order
in the
that
US group, and everybody is going nuts about it. Sorry.
What is it now?
Outback Steakhouse has a cocktail that comes with a rubber koala duck on top of it.
I posted a picture in cringe form.
Damn, I want to go
Okay,
Outback
it
now.
sounds delicious. Yeah,
Don't we have an Outback like half a mile from the fucking house?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna say, do you want to go tomorrow? But no, they're not gonna be open.
I want a non-alcoholic version of it.
Like how long through Sunday?
No, I'm just saying we could go Sunday.
Yeah, like Sunday when we get back in town. I want that quality duck. I'm gonna put it on my desk at work.
Babe, me, Fluffy, and you, Sunday.
Oh, I know. I need to add the duck to Jerry's duck collection.
No, you don't.
We shall go Sunday, and if we get a koala duck or two, we will let you know if you guys haven't been able to succeed.
I have 4 so far, and
So
nobody's
apparently,
gifted me a
if you
duck.
just go there and they're like, "Hey, I'm Australian," like they find out you're Australian, they just bring you one. Because this one lady was like, "I'm pregnant, I can't drink," and then I was talking to the person, and they just gave me one.
Oh my god.
Alright. Lothar, you open this one. It is more of that green, powdery flour.
Alright.
You open this one.
Mm-hmm.
It is more of the green, powdery flour.
Open this one.
You open this one. It is more of that green, powdery flour.
And to finish it off.
Lothar. You
Yes.
go to open this one.
Yes.
And it's not green, powdery flour.
Oh my goodness, what is it?
It's a very... How to describe it? It is a liquid. It has a pungent smell. It is not
Dead
wine.
gnome? Dead gnome.
It is not dead gnome.
It's poop.
It's not poop.
Piss?
Do you stick your hand in it?
No.
I will say this. It is slick and red. And it is not blood.
Oil?
Do you stick your hand in it?
Sniff it.
I smell it.
It smells kind of like mushrooms.
This might... Oh, shit.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I kind of want to bottle some of it.
We could just ask the gnomes.
Fine, we'll ask the gnomes.
Do I recognize what it is?
The gnomes.
What do I need to roll?
You have alchemy tools, right? Or herbalism?
No, I have herbalism. I have herbalism. So I was just thinking with the mushrooms.
Well, it is.
Does
strength,
it?
so yeah, it would be herbalism.
Traxxas have alchemy tools since he can make an alchemy bond?
I mean, I have alchemy tools, yeah.
Roll me a herbalism check. This would be intelligence based.
Oh shit! I'm still on advantage.
You're fine. Just do the first one.
No, I know. I just like to turn it off.
I know. With a 16, you would know what this is.
Yay! What is it?
This is what is known as mushroom oil. It is the exact same as normal flask for lantern oil, just made out of mushrooms.
Oh.
It is also edible.
Oh.
Like, you could use it in cooking.
Oh. Has anybody watched...
It's just weird stuff.
Delicious in a Dungeon? This is what this reminds me of right now.
Yeah. You would also know that this mushroom oil is very popular with mayors from Stardew Valley for reasons. I thought you would like that one, Caitlin.
Do we know, is this valuable enough that we should take some for the next town we go to see?
I mean, you'd be stealing their mushroom oil.
I mean, I don't mean all of it. I just mean like a bottle. They took
It's
my
like
hand.
apple oil.
It is effectively just the same thing as a flask of oil you can buy from the...
it's not going to be worth anymore.
No. It's just fancy. It was made slightly different sort of oil.
Lothar ran to pee. He will be right back. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna bottle any. Someone grab the body of the shit. The thing. The mimic.
I thought you like turned into paste.
No, it's like a bush, a plant, something like that. Some like random blob.
It's pretty. It looks like a random blob.
Can I pick it up, or?
I mean, sure.
Oh, by the way, Obi, don't forget to add that gun to your inventory, because remember on last session I grabbed it from the table and I threw it to you? So you do have that gun.
Okay, I want to keep exploring rooms and stabbing inanimate objects, in case there's more than one mimic.
Alright. Tell me where you would like to go room-wise.
Oh god, I hope they can't turn into those tanks.
I'm basically gonna go...
I'm sticking with the Ginkgo.
I'm right here. Hello?
Yep, I'm with you.
We're going this way.
Alright. Factor immediately spins around on his thing. Mimic! Oh. It's you.
We did find a mimic. We dispatched of it. You're welcome.
Shapeshifters are here. They called me mad.
Well,
just show him the body.
It's not entirely untrue, but yes.
I show him the body.
Hold on.
If it looks like a body.
It doesn't look like a body. It's actually slightly melting as you hold it. It's weird. Yes, I had to look up what mimics are actually like when they're not in a form. They're literally a gray goop. It's weird.
It reminds me
viscous goop
of like the supernatural shapeshifters, like when they like shed their skin.
Okay, I think the only things in here are the 2 legendary items we're gonna try and probably get. I want to stab them. Well, I'm gonna jab them with my my staff.
Roll an attack roll if you're gonna be doing the same thing.
Well, wait,
or
you
you
said it has
try
like
to figure
pincers?
out.
Yeah,
It does have pincers.
Oh, wait, you said that they're like machines, and Scarlet told us they were like, I'm gonna call them ATVs because essentially they are.
Kind of. They're the best way to describe them is a tank that is also a submarine that is also a giant crab that goes at the bottom of water.
Yeah, an all-terrain vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently water is not a terrain. Sorry, that's a joke from Bob's Burgers. Yeah, I'm gonna try and climb inside it and see.
Yeah, try to figure out how to open it up. I need let me double check what the check is on this.
I think you said it was like investigation.
I want to say it was an investigation. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to remember.
I need to grab my DMG, my trusty Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah, I need an investigation check from you.
And I am set on normal.
You have no idea how to open this.
Seriously, no, with a 17, I don't know how to get inside. Not working.
No.
Just jump inside. Oh, damn it.
I mean, Lothar could potentially turn that into a success if, he casts guidance.
Nope, we're not chancing guidance.
Draxus, would you like to chance guide? Oh wait, you don't know how to cast guidance, do you?
No, I do.
Would you like to chance it?
Nope.
I mean, Ginkgo's pretty darn close to the number that he needs.
Yes,
I feel like that's metagaming, dear.
Only able to add a D4. The chances on getting a
means
3...
I'm probably 1 off. No, I'm probably 1 away. But does anyone else want to use investigation? Oh shit! I should have used Kenku recall. Son of a bitch! I am proficient in investigation.
If you'd like to do Kinku recall for a I will let you do that retroactively.
Yeah,
I can speak.
Taking my point off. Took my point off. I am trying again.
All right.
Nope, not any better. We're fine. Okay.
You sure you won't want to use that, Draxus?
What? Metagaming, babe.
I'm the DM. I'm allowed.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, combusting in this room I don't feel like is a really good idea.
Exactly. Like, I could age, I could blow up, I could do all kinds of things. No.
Hey, the wild magic table sometimes gives you good things.
Like a unicorn that tried to kill my horse.
Yeah, that was just because your horse was your horse.
I am going to... So you said it has, like, claw pincers. I'm gonna try and, like, grab at the joint and just kind of, like, mess with it. Just a little bit. Just kind of, like, see if I can, like, get any reaction to it.
Sure, we'll say this is a... I'll just do another investigation check.
Oh, okay. I just want to, like, fuck with it enough so it would get upset.
You start messing with claw, and you hear something inside click, and then all of a sudden it slams shut, and you just barely are able to get your hand out of the way before it chomps down.
But not a mimic.
Not a mimic that you can tell yet.
Okay, gonna go to the other one.
All right. Would you like to do an investigation check again? See if you can open it. Yeah. Would you like to Kinku recall?
Yeah, I don't know what else I need it for, at least I'll use my last point. I'll get it back after a long rest.
Yep.
Hitting advantage, investigation. Ugh.
I mean, if one of the guidance could make that a success.
Who else has a high investigation? Because technically, I used my Kenku recall. It wasn't necessarily...
Yeah, 2 people can do it.
I'll try.
So if one of you wants to go over to the other one and do one more time, and...
I have nothing in investigation, so...
Alright.
We're so close! Okay. Who wants to do what to try and test if these are mimics? Anything else?
Drax?
I mean, I guess I'll do the same thing.
Scarlet climbed in one last time. She just didn't know how to work it.
No, I don't think she did. Unless she...
I did. I was able to open it. I just wasn't able to figure out how to control it.
Yeah,
did you really?
Like, you said there's like dozens and dozens of levers, and she couldn't possibly even begin to fathom how it worked. And
there are 10 levers.
So we know one is what it is, because she did open one of the 2.
No, I can't. I think it was the one closest before you have to turn again.
Closest to the door.
What's your intelligence modifier?
Hers is a -1, and she actually rolled well.
She couldn't have.
Yeah, because I rolled a natural 20 on that one. That was the first natural 20 I've rolled for a while.
And that was why we were so shocked.
But do you have anything to investigation?
I think so. Let me check. No, I have a 0.
You have a 0. And you rolled a natural 20. Then yeah, it would still be open.
Yeah. That's why, because everybody was, like, really shocked, because we all were excited, because we thought we were going to be able to get this, like, thing, and we could use it, but, yeah.
I mean, if that is the case, then yes, the one that is right here would be open. If you would like to investigate, hop in, and do all that.
Well, I was more just investigating for, is it a mimic? So that's why I was like, if we could open it and see inside it, we would know if it was a mimic. Just like the barrel.
It'd be nice though if we could control it too.
Yeah, you can try it out.
I mean,
Who wants to hop in it?
I don't want to fiddle around with a giant tank.
You sure?
No, I'm really not, but I don't want to piss them off and possibly blow us up because I don't know what levers I'm flipping. Think about it, if these things are as rare as you're saying, we should not fiddle with them and make them very, very angry with us.
Oh, come on.
I'll jump in it.
Yeah! Alright, so there are 10 levers. They have a up and a down on each of them. What lever do you choose to activate, and which way do you do it?
Everyone back away.
I'm gonna put you on top of the apparatus.
I'm going into the next room.
I'm out of line of sight. Does that protect me from blast?
Yes.
Cool. I'm out of line of sight.
Obi, would you like to move your character, or are you fine with where you're at?
Because I'm close enough that if something happens, I can help, but...
As a note, the apparatus is facing this direction. Go away. There we go.
So straight down. Like as I'm looking at the map. Okay.
Yep. So 1 through 10.
Are they all?
They're
like,
all in the middle.
Okay.
They're all neutral. 1 through 10.
And
up or down.
Okay. 1 through 10, up or down.
There are no foot pedals. It is literally all levers.
I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna go up.
All right. As you press it open, or as you press it up, you hear a as it starts kicking into gear. You hear a chugging. It stands up, and then you hear as side windows open up. There are two windows on either side that open up. You can now look out the sides.
And then I want to check. I want to do 3, the same lever, but put it down. Does that close the windows?
They close.
That's what I'm testing.
Yep. There is, as a note, while you're sitting in there, you can't see anything. You are completely closed out.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to check. So I'm going to open up. I'm going to hit 3 up again to open the windows.
All right. So you can see out the sides right now.
Okay.
You see cave wall to either side of you.
Yep. I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna do 6.
All right, 6.
Up again.
All right. It starts moving forward. You have time to put it into neutral or to put it back. What do you do?
I want to do neutral, and then I want to go back just to test that that is the correct forward backwards.
All right. It stops as soon as you put it into neutral, and it starts going backwards once you put it back.
And then as soon as I get it back to where it was, I go back to neutral.
Yep.
Curious.
Hmm?
How the shit do they get out of here?
They can squeeze.
Okay, I'm just curious about,
So there is a mechanic in 5e called squeezing. A medium creature can go into a small creature, like an area that only a small creature can traverse. But while they're in that area, they have disadvantage on everything, and attacks against them have advantage. But they don't plan on fighting with these things within the tunnels, so they just squeeze through, and that's it.
10-4, just checking.
Yep. What else would you like to do? You've tried 3 and 6.
Let's try 9.
You try 9.
Up is always going to be the first one I do.
All right. As you press up on 9, you hear a sound, but nothing happens. Lothar is sitting on the outside next to where this is happening. You see what looks to be tiny little vents open up on the sides, and you hear almost a sucking sound.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Okay, turn it off. Let's try down.
The vents close when you turn it off. When you press down, the vents open back up, and you hear a blowing sound.
And then I stop that.
Yep, goes back.
Let's do number 1.
Number 1 up.
Yep.
The legs that are on the sides. Apparently, I missed something when I was doing this. Click down. You were supposed to do that originally before you could start moving it, but they were already down in a resting position, so that's fine. So nothing happens. That's number 1 was already up, I'll say.
Oh, got it. Then 1 down retracts the legs, I'm guessing?
Yeah, 1 down would retract the legs and make it look like a barrel.
Okay, then I return the lever to the correct position it was in.
Alright, yeah.
2. Starting up.
2 up. The window on the front opens up, and you can see through, like, this very foggy, very foggy, translucent glass. You can see forward. It needs cleaned, but, like, you clean it off, you could easily look through. It's like a window.
And then, just to test it out, I slam that lever down. That should close it, if I am not mistaken. Okay, that was a test.
Correct.
And then I want to switch it to open, so I can see out.
Yeah, you can see out now.
Then number 4, up.
Lothar, you see the claws extend outwards, as if ready to be used. Ginkgo, from inside the contraption, you can see the same thing.
And then 4 down.
They retract.
And then 5. Up.
You hear gears grinding.
5 down.
You hear gears grinding again.
So I'm just, in my head, I'm going to assume that's probably something with a different terrain. Or trying to go sideways. Like something different that just can't do in this small space. And then 7 up.
7 up is a soda.
Yes, it is.
I was about to say, are we all drinking now?
Pop. I'm from Minnesota. It's a pop.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of things.
It could just be for different terrains, so it just grinds. Or it's trying to go sideways. I don't know. Maybe it's trying to fly. Maybe it's trying to make a unicorn. We don't know.
Hold on. Need to correct stuff. Alright. It turns 90 degrees.
Oh, perfect. And then,
it's continuing to turn 90 degrees as you keep it up.
Yep. Gonna turn, then I flip that and then flip down. So then it should be turning counterclockwise now.
Yep.
I'm gonna get that back now. Then I'm gonna wait for it to get back to its original position and stop it.
Alright, 1 second. For whatever reason, these things are not aligning to grid, and it's annoying me. There you go.
And then 8.
Lothar, you're temporarily blinded for a moment as a spotlight shines down onto you.
Oh dear, Tom.
Okay, down.
The lights turn off.
Actually, technically, should I say, oh dear, ill matter?
Either way.
Yeah, I'm going to say, oh dear, ill matter instead. Yeah. Oh dear, ill matter.
And then 10.
You hear something behind you clang as if it was trying to open and smacked the stone.
I'm gonna use... I'm gonna use 6 up. I want to move forward a space. And then I want to try 10 again.
Because it's still up, you didn't say you put 10 back to neutral.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, 10 back to neutral, and then 6 forward. And then 6 back to neutral, and then 10 up.
The back tail, which kind of looks like a lobster fin, has a little as steam escapes. And it turns out that the lobster tail was hiding a door for everyone to be able to get in from the back. The rear hatch.
Okay, then I am going to do 10 down to just double check that closes it.
That is correct, it closes it.
And then I am going to use 7 up for 2 times, so it rotates backwards, and set it to neutral, so now it is facing where it came. Use 6 up forward 1 space, set it back to neutral, and then use 10 up to open that hatch and leave it like that.
Alright, yeah. You leave it facing the opposite direction with the hatch open.
Do we want to... Should I get it back in it?
Scarlet would have never learned how to drive this thing.
Okay, should I get back in this thing, shut it, and go attack the other one? Just poke it, like, see if it's a mimic? I was like, if you want to, I moved out of the way. Team, what are we feeling? Do I get back in this thing? But I don't want to damage the other one, because we probably want it. And I'm just trying to think of a way to... So these things are pretty heavily armored, is that correct?
Yes.
Would a mimic having its form get that same type of armor, so even me whacking it with a quarterstaff?
Not a mimic, no. Mimics only mimic. They don't actually...
Okay, so I could, like, whack it with a quarterstaff. If it is this real thing, it's not going to take any damage because it's so heavily armored, but if it was a mimic, it would basically take the hit. Depends. I mean, I know what I roll, but... Okay, knowing how armored this thing is, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to whack this thing with a quarterstaff.
Alright, roll me an attack. You smack against it. You hear the clanging of metal.
Would that be the same sound a mimic would have in this form, or no? Do I not know that?
Mimics would try to mimic.
Now, I'm not going to know that I didn't know if I did enough damage to... Because, right, we'd be going off of whatever mimics thing is. Okay.
I mean, we've clearly proven that if you attack them, they're going to try to attack back.
If you do enough damage. Or threaten it.
If you would like to make me an insight check, you may.
I would like to do an insight check.
Yeah.
Shake your butt at it.
You are pretty sure that this is not a living thing.
Okay, I'm gonna be... Yeah, I did 2 tests. I'm fair with that. Okay. Okay, checked that room. Anything in this... Any inanimate objects I should stab that might be mimics?
Everything can be a mimic.
I know, how many... I just mean, like, how many objects in this room do I need to stab for?
There's a table, 6 chairs, a thing holding... whatchamacallit?
Shake all the chairs.
You violently shake all of the chairs.
Every single one, all 6.
Yep. To everybody else who is not aware of what's happening, you look like a madman.
Good. I lost a hand to these things. I am not taking anything light. Although no one else is in this room but the people I know, so...
I mean, to be fair, they're in the process of building you a new hand, so...
Are they, though?
They said they would.
Yeah, they said they would.
Yeah, but they're also kind of crazy.
But they've proven they're good at technology.
I'm gonna start whacking things with... anything I know won't physically break if it is that thing. I want to start whacking with the quarterstone.
I mean, you could physically break it.
Okay. So I shook all the chairs. Would that be enough to check for a mimic?
Would it be?
This is the room I was in when we got here.
Oh, Obi was here alone. And nothing attacked him.
Don't worry about me, just still busy carrying around my pile of silly putty.
Draxus, like ice cream in summer, a bit falls off and into the ground.
Anyone else have any other ideas how to check this room for confirmation of no mimics? Do mimics have a sense of humor? Can I tell a joke?
Sure, you try to tell a joke.
My life.
What joke do you tell?
Let's see. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Roll performance check.
It's a good fucking dad joke.
If there was any mimic in here, they would be cracking up.
That was a great dad joke.
It's my fucking favorite.
But as a parent, you're not supposed to have favorites.
The corpse of the mimic posthumously laughs.
Wait, there was another mimic?
The corpse. I was making a joke. Because it was a nat 20.
And this room.
The corpse laughed.
The corpse laugh.
Yep.
And this room, I think this is a door.
Yeah, you should be able to walk through it.
I mean, do I need to knock was more my question.
I mean, do you knock?
I do knock. I'm a polite, upset bird.
There is the sound of hustle and bustle behind it, and you hear, "Come in, come in, come in!"
Okay, we enter.
There's a bunch of gnomes cooking and making bread and stomping on mushrooms with bare feet.
Sorry, I didn't help Lothar find us. Dynamic lighting is a monster.
This isn't a very good map for dynamic lighting. Generally, it's a lot easier to deal with.
No, it was pretty bad. I didn't realize no one was near me with the king because this is what I saw. 1 second.
I can just control L you, and I'll be able to see.
Oh no, I don't have it up anymore, but I took a screenshot earlier.
Oh, I'm saying I can, any person I wish, I can, look through what they see.
Yeah, no, that's what I saw when I was on the ledge, the balcony. I saw like one square, so I couldn't see that no one was near me. But the Mad King, that was a monster.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask them if they had seen any creatures, if any of them have seen anyone, and then tell them that we killed a mimic, and Draxus show them the mimic dead body. I want to look to see if anyone has any reaction to that.
Make me an insight check. Looking over their reactions, you get the feeling that half of them are like, what the heck is that he's holding, and the other half just look disgusted.
Can I make an inside check?
Sure. You get the exact same feeling.
By the way, there's more barrels in the other room down the hall.
I'm feeling bad because we're hogging out and Bailey and Kaylin are just hanging out.
I'm just knitting and getting kitty cuddles. I'm all good.
Jamming. Same.
So it's craft hour for you guys. You're enjoying it?
Yeah.
I'm listening to a story.
I was gonna say, we can go back to them if you would like.
I'm good. I'm trying to find this cake that Obi shared.
I say we start with the barrels down this hallway, because we already know one of them liked to be a barrel.
Is this a barrel that I'm in front of?
Let me see where you're at.
Or is that a table? I'm still in the room with the...
That is a barrel. As you start trying to mess with it, this gnome right here, which is named Turvaround, every now and then he gets a little bit lonely.
Love it.
You would start messing with it, and he would like try to shoo you away, hop up. You see his feet are like, he's got his pants like up, or like he's wearing booty shorts, and he hops up onto the barrel and starts like stamping on mushrooms again.
Okay.
It's like, I'm making wine. You want some? And he pulls a mushroom out from between his toes.
Later, I'm on a mission.
Okay.
What is this thing in front of me? It looks like maybe cookware? I don't know. I can't tell what it's supposed to be.
Make me a investigation check. Or an intelligence check.
I think it says something... I think it says snake oil? Okay, I think it says snake oil. Okay. I'm gonna... Insight, you said?
Investigation.
Investigation, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. With a 21, you have no idea what this is.
Ugh.
But as you watch Dimble working this, you would realize that he's taking these red mushrooms, putting it in one thing, like in a little compartment, pulling and turning like 4 to 5 different levers, and then like pushing on a button like he's doing CPR, and then oil would start coming out of one of the little faucets.
That's great. And this is just a cooking table, like a tabletop they're using to...
Yeah, it's just...
prep food.
Yeah.
I want to bend down and look at the legs of the table.
Okay.
I want to check for any, like, scratches or dents, any time-worn things, anything to tell me that this isn't a pristine table.
Yeah, investigation or perception. One of the legs is slightly shorter than the others, so they use like a little bit of a shim of like a couple, like maybe looks like maybe half a deck of cards to keep it up and level.
Are there any scratches or dents or anything in the wood?
Nothing that jumps out at you.
I want to take one of my little daggers, not daggers, darts, and I just kind of want to scratch at it.
Alright, do you scratch Ginkgo was here, but with a Z for the S from was?
No, I just do a tally mark.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
No, the tally mark is a joke, too, from Community. They just start, everyone starts doing tally. I know you don't know it, but it's great, because everyone just starts doing tallies, so someone has, like, on their side it says zingers, and they keep adding a tally when they have a zinger. Another one is, like, when abs are mentioned, and then someone else, like, depends on who they are, and then someone just has tallies, and he just keeps adding to it.
Yeah, You make a tally. Nothing happens.
Cool. Satisfied with that. Are there any doors to other rooms from here? I see this hallway.
There's this hallway to the south.
Going this way, team. They're
All right.
an angry silent bird. Good. Are they barrels? What are they? Food pantry?
Yes, actually. You realize that this area is piled high with small wooden crates, and various other things. It looks like this is probably where they keep the majority of their food or trade stock. Most of it is filled with this green bread that you at first think, oh, it's moldy bread, and then you realize it's bread made out of that green flour from earlier. So technically, it is still mushroom covered, just different kind.
Different kind of flavor.
You find amongst the various things like blue cheese or mushroom tea or mushroom steaks or garlic. Always got to have garlic. But it seems to be mostly food pantry stuff.
Anything that I can't see inside of, I'm going to attempt to open of some sort and
all right.
stab or scratch for a mimic.
There's barrels up at the front near at the top near Draxus. There's a few crates laying around that do have a lid over them.
Okay, we're gonna attempt to check all of them.
All right. We'll say roll me 5 checks.
5
Actually,
checks?
you do 5 checks. We'll say just do an investigation for all this.
Okay, and you want 5 investigation rolls?
No, just one.
Oh, just one. Okay.
All right, with a 15, as you're scratching the last barrel over here, that should have been map layer, but for whatever reason I put it on token. Weird. You would realize that the barrel next to it, being broken, as you look at it, it looks like there's blood here and there. As you investigate further, there is what looks to be the corpse of a mimic that seems to have died of its wounds trying to hide behind the barrels. Seems that you have encountered what was the remnants of a battle with one of these.
Can I see if I, like... So, so the mimic came here to hide, or did the battle happen here? Could I tell by
telling by the carnage, with that 15 investigation, it looks like the mimic came here to hide, but it also looks like the mimic was originally here when the combat started. Like, there are signs of a struggle here, but it looks like it left here.
And then came back here after it kind of like hoped it lost its tail or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe it ate something over there, whatever. But
yeah.
Do I see any scraps of clothing that we could try and recognize from someone? Or I know it's a glob, so I can't really see injuries on it to be like, oh, is it the scratches of a doppelganger or anything? But is there any kind of like remains of a weapon or human?
With a 15, you would find a little bit of clothing attached to like the broken barrel. It looks like somebody's sleeve got caught on like the broken wood and like the fabric ripped.
I want to grab that fabric, and I'm going to pick up the mimic body and hand it off to Draxus again.
Draxus, you are now holding 2 oozy bodies that occasionally drip.
I'm gonna like take off my cloak and make it like into a bowl.
probably for the best.
Got to wash my poor billowing cloak out.
I let everyone know that there's another mimic body, and there was a fight, and it died of its injuries, and I don't know what fought it, but just know that something fought it. Is there any other...
There is a single crate off to the side that you have not checked.
I'm gonna check it.
This one over here.
I'm gonna check that one.
Does the clothing match the king's?
No.
I was gonna be checking all the people as we left.
Do you open it up? Do you poke it? What do you do with it?
I attempt to open it up.
You attempt to open it up, and inside it looks to be a bunch of beer. Like little bottles of beer.
I close it up. We can ask him for beer later, but...
How
Beer!
Obi immediately teleports in.
I was gonna say, how many bottles of beer are on the wall?
Enough for each of you to have a bottle of beer. There is 6.
Are you drunk?
Nope. But this ought to do it. No, we can ask them for beer later. This is not priority right now. Getting drunk, I am trying to solve shit and kill things, and beer is not one of them. I show them the scrap of, clothing. If any of them saw or fought a mimic.
Real quick, Obi, I saw you teleport in when beer was mentioned. Are you checking the beer?
Maybe.
Do you have brewer's kits tools?
No.
All right. We'll do a basic intelligence check at advantage.
His little legs came sprinting.
You know this beer. This is dwarven beer.
Ah, shit.
This is the kind of stuff where a single bottle is all you need. Except for dwarves. This is like Bud Light for dwarves. Anyway, you were saying, Ginkgo?
I hold up the scrap of clothing, and I said there was a mimic that died of injuries in that pantry. Did anyone fight a mimic? Or see anyone that maybe had a missing piece of clothing from their sleeve?
They shake their head. No. I did. It's this one over here. The one next to them speaks up and says, "You saw something, Banana?" "Well, yes, I did, up and down." The gnome names. I am not. This is my life. Gnomes.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell, population, everyone here. So up and down would up and down and Banana, God, I hate my life, would inform that they would remember seeing Factor with torn clothing at one point.
Okay.
And shortly thereafter, Factor started rambling about shape changers and attacking people who got close.
Well, you have the second body. I'm going to pick up that body from you, trying to separate the oozes. And I'm going to carry the scrap of clothing. I'm going to go back to Factor and be like, "Look what I found for you. It's the thing."
Factor hops up and down on their giant ballista, accidentally firing an arrow over your head.
Oh, God.
Into Drax. No, I'm kidding. Accidentally firing an arrow over your head, and she says, "I knew I wasn't mad. I knew it."
And I give her the corpse and the piece of her sleeve. And I say, "See, I'm not a mimic." Or a
Factor takes the piece of their sleeve and puts it against their now sleeve and starts chanting some arcane mumbo jumbo.
Oh dear God! Everyone back away.
Run.
And nothing happens. What happens is their sleeve becomes whole again.
Yay.
And they look at the corpse, and they say, "Hold on, put it over there in the corner, up against the wall."
Which corner did they point to? Because wherever they pointed to is where I'm gonna put the corpse.
Any corner.
Oh, stopped one too soon. Or one too far.
Yep. You put it in that corner. They shoo you to get out of the way.
They want to fire at it, don't they?
They are going to fill the thing full of arrows.
As they should.
Lothar, would you like to get out of the way? Yeah. You hear thunk, 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 as it's just rapid fire arrows into this thing. Factor wheels the thing around to face you. Thank you. Now, they won't think I'm gone mad.
I nod and I move on.
Wait. If I recall correctly, you were saying something about when you first came here, defenses for Fartland. No, that's not it.
Vandalin?
Yes. They slap their ballista bolt thing, and it fires an arrow over your head again. Would you like me to bring this for your help?
That would be wonderful.
I'll talk to the king. Well, I'll make sure it's okay with the king.
Thank you.
Ta!
I nod and move on, unless they had another request.
That's it. I feel like Ginkgo's just so done with this here.
Ginkgo wants to just murder things right now. I already checked this room.
I will save you the trouble. You have checked everywhere.
I checked everywhere on this side of the map.
You have checked everywhere.
Is Ginkgo going crazy?
Yeah, a little bit. You want to join in? You want to join in on the crazy?
It's a fun world.
We're all mad here.
Welcome to Gnomes.
They have a treasury.
They do have a treasury.
Can we check that for mimics and stuff? I'm just kidding.
For now, we're going to jump over to Triss and Scarlet, since you all have had your time.
I'm good.
She's like, no, God, please, no.
Continue with the soap opera. I'm enjoying this.
It's probably time to go talk to the king and talk about our reparations.
I don't
So-
remember what we were.
Down the mimic body.
Beer.
So,
I don't
what
remember what we were doing in here.
what has Triss and Scarlet been doing with King Corvos?
Playing cards.
Playing cards? Yeah, King Corvos would join in on cards. Are you playing for money? Is it just for fun?
I don't remember. We went in here to bring the body. I don't remember the conversation that was had. How far into the conversation? It's been a week.
I don't think it was too much. I think
Yeah,
it was
so
just, here's the body.
You guys would have had the doppelganger body. King Corvos is like, so they weren't lying. They weren't insane.
They were as sane as a doppelganger could be.
What? Wait, where's my husband?
You're looking at him. Your husband was the doppelganger.
No. I knew him since we were kids.
Well, listen. The person that you knew as kids probably not who this is.
Then where's my husband?
I don't know.
What? His voice starts breaking. Where's
good.
my husband? No. He starts pacing.
Listen, once upon a time I would have some kind words for you. Right now, not good with grief. It was probably quick.
We don't know that he's necessarily dead. We haven't found that body yet, so you can tell that we could try and search for it, just in case. Give him
my comrades are currently searching the cella. They may be looking. Maybe they'll find something that you can bury, or maybe he's alive.
Make me a persuasion check. See if you can calm him down.
What'd you say?
Persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
11?
He is in his own little world, trying not to break down. Like you hear him muttering his the other king's name, King Nurgle. Nurgle? No. As he is trying his damnedest to uphold the air of a king, but he is a broken man right now.
Scarlet, you got anything? Because I'm not good at this.
Please, leave my chamber for now. I need a moment.
I mean, he's probably eaten, but you never know. His love could prevail and be looking for you, like in a bucket.
Yeah, we were the worst two to do this.
Do you say that, Scarlet?
His love for you will always come back.
Alright, King Nurgle is going to, you see him wave his hand. The door opens, he waves his hand again, and Triss, Draxus, are you there, or did you just move your token to see what was happening?
Oh, I thought we were all going here, so I kind of went here.
It's fine. Triss and Scarlet, you see a giant spectral ram appear and start pushing you very aggressively and violently towards the door.
I think this is a bad time to discuss compensation, so I will say nothing and leave. Emotional.
He waves his hand again, and the door closes.
I'm lost. I don't know how to get out of here.
Welcome to dungeon.
That was rude.
The man is grieving. So Fibblestib and Dabbledob. Fucking knows. They look up at you. Fibblestib, with his gun in hand, says, "I think I'm going to reinvent this as a headache cure."
I've taken their gun.
They have a second gun.
Of which I don't know if OB remembered to add that to his inventory or not.
Dabbledob looks at the straitjacket. Maybe this could be a new fashion style. So, how did it go with the king?
Not great, not great.
What about the other king?
Even less great. Turns out he was the imposter. So your headache cure was the proper route.
Was it?
Nope, don't. No. It wasn't a headache that he had. Don't tell him it's a headache cure. He's gonna use it then eventually on someone who just has a headache and they will die, and that will be on you. Let's correct him. Let's correct him before it goes bad.
Fucking knows. I both love and hate the ever-living shit out of them.
So, have you been working on that hand?
Oh! Shit, I was supposed to do that. Dabbledob says, I have. Bird, come here. That's you. Yes. They open their drawer and they set down in front of you 3 bracelets. They point to one of them and says, this one is an arcane hand. And he casts Mage Hand. Nothing happens. A spectral hand appears. If you wear this one, that will be your hand. But it can also detach. So, out of character, if you wear this bracelet on your nub, you will have the effectiveness of a hand there, or you can use an action to cast, quote-unquote, Mage Hand, and that hand will pop off, and it'll be like Mage Hand normally, but while it is Mage Hand normally, you do not have that hand. It is literally... have you seen One Piece?
Not like a lot of it, but probably enough.
Do you know who Buggy the Clown is?
Yes.
Okay, you know how he can, like, pop his body parts off and they float around?
Yeah.
That's effectively what you're doing with that.
Oh, that's fair.
It's just a hand that you do with it. He points to the second one. This one, he, like, clicks a button on the side of it, and you see, like, tiny little metal prongs stick out. Is able to just recreate the effects of you being able to hold something in that hand. Just don't put anything fleshy in there because it pierces to hold into things. Out of character, it's just a replacement hand in terms of, like, mechanics.
Grippy too.
It grips.
Question with the Mage Hand.
Yes.
So could that even hold a weapon if it was like not like popped off Mage Hand, but like still on
yes.
wrist Mage Hand?
Yes.
It could still hold a weapon. Okay, because I know like
yes.
I know Mage Hands can't like use a weapon.
Yes. So this is literally just you have a hand, or you have Mage Hand and only one hand. You have 2 hands, or Mage Hand and a single hand.
So it'll act like like a normal hand while it's attached,
yes.
but when it's detached, it's going to act as Mage Hand. So okay, God, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like going to act like Mage Hand and just like wimpily hold a weapon while it was attached.
However, this one, he points to the Mage Hand. If you ever go into an area of anti-magic, you will not be able to use it, and your hand will go away. This one, he points to the spiked one. If you go into an area of anti-magic, it will still work. It is entirely mechanical. And he points to the last one, which, while I said a bracelet, it's a lot thicker. It's almost like a jar, almost. And this one, he clicks a button, and it fires a little cannon from it. You become Samus if you put this on. Fires a projectile.
Mega Man.
It's a Mega Man blaster.
But it can't grip, is that correct?
But it cannot grip.
what is the damage, or so would that is that going to be technically a ranged weapon? So I can't even shoot it at like close range. Like I just want to make sure I'm following.
It would be considered a ranged weapon. What it is for the purposes of mechanics, a hand crossbow. However, you would be able to treat it as a monk weapon. So as you get further in levels, you would increase in damage.
Now, question about the stabby one.
Mm.
I could essentially grab onto a creature's throat and rip it, yes?
Flavor-wise, yes. Mechanics-wise, it's a hand.
Right. But would it do, like, piercing damage instead of, like...
Yeah, you could do piercing instead of bludgeoning damage. I'd allow that. Effectively, the options that you are being given by Dabbledob here is, do you want a hand that allows you to do... You want a mage hand that's also a normal hand, but the downside is you cannot use it in anti-magic. Do you want a replacement hand, or do you want a gun hand?
So what does it effectively fire? Is it considered a magic weapon, or is it like...
It is entirely mechanical.
Okay.
It fires arrows. Bolts, technically.
Then do I need to keep stocked up on bolts and keep one loaded at all times?
Yes.
Okay.
It does not take an action to reload it, but you can only fire it once per round.
And it's not a bonus action to reload it, it's just like basically free action?
It's free action to reload.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
You can like punch with your hand with one hand, fire with another one, then flurry of blows to punch twice more, and then at the top of the round I consider it automatically reloaded.
Okay. I tell him I'm gonna think on it, but we're still trying to figure out if we can even find the other king.
All right. And as we had agreed, if I recall correctly, sorry.
Oh God,
GM is going to go into sneezing fits. Or just two.
You've jinxed yourself now.
Yes, I have, because I can feel a third one.
Nope.
So what are you guys knitting? Where'd you get your yarn from? And are you crocheting or knitting? Because I'm sorry, I assumed knitting.
Knitting anything. Well, I'm knitting some bed socks and a temperature blanket, but I'm not knitting currently. And online and Jay's Mammal and Walmart for where I got my yarn.
I am knitting a whole bunch of coasters because there's a witch store up the road from our house, and every I think Friday or Saturday, if you go in there, you can ask if you can set up a small table outside their shop and sell your stuff, and usually they'll let you do it. So I'm knitting up a whole bunch of different coasters and hats and stuff to sell.
Nice.
Fun. I'm debating getting some yarn from Hobby. That I think it's Dutch store. And I'm really tempted because have you seen their color changing yarn? Where it starts with one color, goes to a third, and then a fourth, and a fifth, and they're very pretty.
Yes, that's what half of my bed socks are.
So I'm really tempted to get some of those, but in the solid color, and make my own color changing yarn based off different zones in World of Warcraft. Do one based off of Teldrassil and all those. So I'm thinking about doing that, and then doing I don't know, a sweater or socks or something out of them. Because then I could do shorter color changes if I wanted to do socks, so I could get the whole thing. because otherwise those are very large cakes, and like if I was gonna do socks in those, in their size like cakes where they're pre-color change, it's so long in between each color. To try and do a pair of socks, I'd be like maybe 2 colors. Just giving her.
If you, I think it's Monday at 11 o'clock for like Ohio. I don't know if you download the hobby app.
Yes, I just did the bingo recently. Yeah. Do I need to remind you when bingo is? Every Monday? If it helps?
Yeah, but
I need to like set an alarm because usually it's like with everything going on, usually I'm sleeping from like 10 p.m. to like 4 in the afternoon the next day, or I'm sleeping for like 3 hours and then waking up in pain, so I just come up here and sit, and then when Robert leaves for work, I go back to bed until like he gets home.
Yeah. How do you spell this place?
Hobbii.
Oh.
I need to stop telling you places to buy things, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get murdered.
How did you know?
This is why I lost a hand!
Yeah, Perky, I came home with yarn from my mom.
It's cheap, dude.
Gave me yarn.
I'm joking.
So you should be aware for hobby. So they do bingo every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And with that, they'll put a bunch of different yarns on sale, and then they'll have an additional % off if you joined in the bingo game. Bingo game is literally you open up the app, you hit bingo, and you sit there. You don't have to cross off anything. You could just sit in there to keep your phone on, and then at the end of it, it'll like send you an email like, hey, here's the extra, and it's anywhere from like 5 to 10% off. That stacks on top of any other promotion. And that'll be good for like 48 hours. And then Tuesdays, same time, they do a live shopping on Facebook, and they grab a bunch of other types of yarns, and they'll put it at 40% off with a code. So just kind of one of those, like, never pay full price. Bless you.
If you win the bingo, like, if you actually win bingo, they'll like send you like, oh, you can either get this, 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 and they'll ship it to you for free and everything. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, you win like a big basket of yarn.
Oh ho ho.
But yeah, never pay full price, because it's either going to be on sale, it is on sale, or there's going to be a coupon code for it if you check the live shopping. But the live shopping coupon is usually only good for like 1 day. So I can like give you a heads up, like, hey, if you wanted these.
And it's really nice too, because like instead of having to buy, I think they're like $20, you get like 10 yarn, like things of yarn for like $20. Or if it goes on sale, it's like 10. But so you'll have like all the same color, but you can buy like a pack.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
But yeah, try and only buy stuff if you have an idea for it. Because yeah, it gets dangerous.
Oh yeah.
It's very pretty, but like have something like, be like, this is the pattern, this is for, because they'll have patterns and it'll tell you how much you need of that yarn. So like, you don't have to be like, oh, I think I need 10 of this. No, you can see the pattern. Okay, sorry for sidetrack. We were letting sneezing go.
Really quickly, I've only ever knitted scarves before, and so this blanket and these socks are my first foray into something other than socks. So, other than scarves. So, I'm putting it on a eventually mode, but for now, I
get more comfortable in your knitting.
Knit enough. Yeah. I can't knit very well. I'd like to knit socks. That's my next goal.
Sorry, phone died. I had to come back to my laptop because I was cooking. So.
No worries.
But they also have like earring making stuff. Like it's not just yarn, which is also nice.
This is dangerous. I love you, honey.
Love you too.
I've known about them for like a few months and I still haven't made a purchase. So there is hope for you.
Right. I've known about them for a while and I still haven't like
Eventually, I'm gonna make some socks, and I'm gonna use their yarn. Looks like they have sock yarn.
They do. So it's 75% wool and like 25% acrylic to give it extra. Oh, someone's rolling. I'm gonna die. We can talk after D&D. Okay. I am telling the gnome I'm going to think about which one I want. But I want to finish finding if there's any remnants of the king. I'm now on this half of the map.
I will tell you now, you found it all.
We should probably like head outside and rest and give the king time to grieve and see about our reparations once he's not having a meltdown.
Yeah, the king's a little sad.
For reasons.
He's back in the dating market.
He is.
He was not expecting to be back in the dating market.
He was not.
Like, I don't think we're gonna
single,
find...
137, and ready to mingle.
I don't think we're finding anything of the king left.
You were saying something, Tris?
I said he's not ready to mingle.
He is not.
The man just became a widow.
Alright. So I assume you all go outside, sleep for the night, etc., etc.
Obi will go back and grab a 6.
You should probably ask them if you can take it.
Yeah.
I probably should.
What are you grabbing?
I was gonna get some beer.
Are you gonna grab the 6-pack? They will sell it to you for the low price of 10 gold.
Deal.
Yeah, consider the fact you're the only one of us that has money.
Wait, you're getting paid?
No, he's the only one that didn't empty out his entire bank account in Phandalin.
No, I got money.
Okay, there's 2 of us.
I don't got enough money to spend 10 gold on some beer. I'd rather save it for other things.
That still leaves me 154.
Okay, you have a lot more money than I do.
Looks at my 160 copper.
Alright, and now we go out to sleep for a
night. Alright, while you are all asleep, I need everyone to roll me a d20.
Robert can for me, because I gotta pee.
Okay.
I assume we're going over to where the pony is.
Yep. Triss, roll me your d20. Draxus, roll me your d20. You already did.
I'm rolling d20.
That's one S20, not one d20. Reroll Obi.
Look at d20.
What is an S20?
We suck.
It's not a
Bruh.
thing. What?
Gerald Ray.
Yes.
Why am I rolling a d20?
Because I want you to roll a d20.
I didn't do anything.
Draxus, I need you to roll me a second d20.
Haven't done any magic.
Okay.
Oh, he rolled a 20.
You all fall asleep and wake up the next day. Nothing's happened. Everything's fine.
Okay, I'm back.
It fell down.
Did Scarlet? Yeah, Scarlet, yeah.
We what?
I was just saying I was back.
Rolled a 7.
Yep.
Oh, we match.
Alright. So, in the morning, the king would be out and about. He is, as he approaches you all from above high with the spellbook, where the spellbook is, wearing entirely all black, as a show of mourning. And he says, "You adventurers have proven yourselves worthy. I have talked to Fibblestib and Dabbledob, and you may have your pick in the armory, in the treasury. I'm sorry, I'm just..."
Can I go and comfort him?
Yes, you can.
I was gonna offer him a hug.
Yeah. Please be better at it than we were.
Big group hug.
No. You single hug. You.
He is a gnome. Big group hug would probably kill him.
Yeah. You have individual hugs, and you wait for them to release the hug. When they're in mourning, you let them.
The first hug, whoever gives him the first hug, will be stuck in a hug for like a minute.
Me, I already said I was gonna hug him first, so.
You are stuck in a hug for an entire minute,
I'm
as
good
he's
with that.
just.
He's sobbing.
There is the need of like some sort of physical someone there, as he's trying to be strong. And he eventually lets go and goes around and hugs everyone who offers him a hug, and he takes a breath and says, "I have a duty as king to reward such bravery. If you would please follow me." And King Korbaz slowly makes his way. I do slow so you all can catch up.
It's a funeral procession.
And he takes out 2 keys. He puts them together into a single key, and he unlocks the door. As I go into GM writing, it says, "We only have a modest treasury, but you are free to pick any magic items that you find from it." He opens it up. He is going to walk in and walk over to the side.
It's all mimics.
Congratulations. Roll initiative. Every single coin in here. All.
I'm gonna start casting every spell I have in the hopes I explode and do some damage to them all at once.
All 1,591 coins in here are mimics.
I'm just gonna like run back out and slam the door shut. Hope you guys are okay.
Murder.
Don't worry, we have fake hands for everybody.
Yep.
We have fake hands for 3 people. Count, there are more than 3 people in our group.
They'll make more.
Alright, so, who would like to spearhead the search for magic items amongst what looks to be, for the most part, scrap metal twisted around on top of a bunch of coins?
Can we just go grab the one smart inventor gnome that's the actual magic caster and bring them in here and ask them what things are?
Both Dabbledob and Fibblestib are actual, like, inventors. Fibblestib's just, like...
One can't use any magic, right? Like, isn't that the thing? The one who uses no magic and doesn't understand that they don't know magic? Because isn't that what the one told me?
Yes. But he is still an inventor. In a way. So...
Do we go grab both of them?
Yeah, I'll say you can grab Dabbledob. He'll come. Fiddlestib is making his new contraption. He calls it the memory eraser. It's a bat.
Oh, it's a bat.
It is a spiked bat with barbed wire wrapped around the spike.
It's Lucille. Got it.
It's Lucille.
I was about to say that.
I'm a fucking wizard. I don't know if y'all played the first Dead Island.
I was gonna say the only reason why I know the name Lucille is because Negan was in Tekken 7.
I loved the first Dead Island. It was much better than the second.
Yeah, the first Dead Island, you get to make an electric baseball bat with barbed wire. You hook a battery up to it, and literally the flavor text is "I'm a fucking wizard."
Oh, or Perky's fucking, I'm gonna take this electrified katana, throw it at the ground, and then pick it back up so it duplicates.
Dude, it was the best thing ever, being able to duplicate weapons in the first one.
Alright, so, now, question, are we allowed to, like, do, like, a shopping list, or we gotta see what we find?
This is a bit of both. So each of you can, in the Discord, give me an item that you would wish would be in the pile. If it is there or not, I will end up deciding, because, like, obviously you can't be like, oh, I would like this super powerful legendary item. But if it's, like, within reason, maybe. A Ring of Regeneration is not a necessarily thing. Harriet of Wisdom, I don't know that one. That might be a previous edition one.
It had the different, so basically, yeah, it had different levels. It's basically, Wisdom enchant +2, +4, +6.
Gotcha. In 5e, they have that for strength, constitution, and intelligence only.
There's no magical item to increase wisdom?
Nope. Or dexterity or charisma.
That is beyond lame.
Yeah, there are books that will do that.
All right.
So sorry, you were saying Ring of Regeneration wouldn't be here?
Yeah, a Ring of Regeneration would be too high of a thing to find here. But you can, even if you don't know the magic item, you can be like, hey, this is an idea of something that I want. Beyond that, you can just give me an investigation check to be able to try to find some stuff.
I've gone down my list right now. After this, I gotta start thinking again.
I know nothing about magical items.
So so how Scarlet has her, like, tail, for some reason, I kind of want to base my whole entire outfit on that. So there is an item, I don't know if it's like D&D or not, or if D&D even has it, but I'm going to send you a picture of it, and it's called a whip sword, and I love it.
Alright.
I was gonna say, I haven't a freaking clue what kind of magic item, except for maybe, like, plate armor.
This is my, hey, what is something that you would like to have in the future or have now?
My handbag.
Yeah, you can get one of those 3 hands.
No, my handbag.
Don't worry, we'll find a healer. We'll get the hand back.
Hand.
You look like somebody who could use a hand.
Hand.
Starts golf clapping.
You can only clap with one hand. This is the sound of one hand clapping.
Yeah, it's a slap to the face.
I'm gonna have to get on Google.
I can actually clap with one hand.
Oh lord, there's 75 pages of magic items.
Yes.
I don't know if that popped up or not.
Are you putting it? Where are you putting it?
I put it in art.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything come through on art.
We have an ATV.
You cannot have the ATV.
Lame.
Sad, I know. While you guys are looking, who would like to do the investigation check?
Let me see.
My investigation, although you wouldn't think it, is a +4. Oh, if we do a long... Wait, did we do a long rest?
You did a long rest.
Okay, I have Kenku recall, you guys.
I have terrible... thingy.
Like, I get advantage if I use my Kenku recall in an investigation. Because that is a skill I am proficient in. So I can use it as long as I claim it before I roll.
Yep. You want to do that?
Well, if anyone else wants to investigate too, they can, but I will definitely.
So, up to 2 people can investigate. As per my rule on doubling checks.
And my Kenku recall doesn't count as a second person.
It does not count.
Correct? I just wanted that confirmed. I know we did it earlier, but it's one of those.
Did you get the picture?
Yes. A 13.
Oh,
would you like to add a guidance to that, either Draxus or Lothar?
They said no, but someone else can roll investigation. That's the thing, you guys. Someone else can roll investigation. I literally did not roll above a 9, so.
I have bad investigation.
I have a +3, but...
Way better than me. That's 3 better than I do.
My
I got 0.
10.
I have a -1.
Draxus, would you like to roll?
OB,
Wait.
what's your investigation?
Wait, you said your intelligence is 10?
My intelligence is 10, I got a +3.
Shit. Are you proficient? Oh, no, +3 is proficiency right now. Never mind, JK.
OB,
I've only got a +1 to investigation.
but what's your intelligence?
1.
4.
Okay, I guess me it is.
Alright. With a 13 spearheading the check, I will allow you guys to find 2 of the items that exist in here. So, one of you can choose me a number 1 through 6, and another person can choose me a number 1 through 6. Cannot be the same number.
4.
Okay.
6.
Alright. 4. So, searching around, trying to find out where these are, Scarlet, you pick up what looks to be a very weird contraption. It looks almost like a metal plate with a bunch of leather straps stuck to it, and like what looks to be what are they called? Wing nuts on top. It looks to be slightly rusted. you're not entirely sure what it is, but as you pick it up, the king laughs and says, I remember when Dabbledob tried to make that, called it a mind sharpener. Said it was defunct. Good choice. It's a little bit, off, though. And he would let you know about it. You find this.
Why does it look like a saw trap?
I'm guessing you screw the thing on top and it either electrocutes you because you put just something on electrocution, or it screws into your brain.
Out of character, the picture of that is one of the things they use for old electric chairs.
Cool, I was right.
And yes, that is what it does. It electrocutes your brain. So what it does is, if you fail a concentration saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, you can use one of the charges on it to take a little bit of damage and attempt to re-roll the check.
So what I'm hearing is brain implosion energy.
Yes. This was made before I learned about that video. And 6, you said?
Yeah, 6.
Well, I am glad you chose 6, because you get the thing that Kaylin hates most. A thing that everybody should always have in an adventuring party.
No!
One that all of you would recognize.
Yes!
Yeah, we need that.
Burn it. Burn it. Burn it.
I'm gonna hand it to Lothar.
I'll hold it.
Burn it. I'm never gonna sleep ever again.
Does anybody have a portable hole? No?
There is no portable. I am giving you the bag of holding. Because of this, you're never going to get a portable hole or a Heward's handy haversack. Or another bag of holding.
Heward's handy haversacks are actually pretty dope. But
They're a worse bag of holding, though.
Oh, yeah.
And yet somehow they're more rare than a bag of holding, which is weird.
Well, it's because they have the side pockets.
Please no.
Because I think, if I remember right, like a Heward's handy haversack, it's only a move action to grab something out, where to grab something out of a bag of holding is a standard action.
I would have to double check on that. I didn't think to. I don't remember that being a thing.
I mean, your carrying capacity is higher with a bag of holding. It's just it's the trade off because it has the utility pouches on the side because it's 3 compartments instead of just 1.
Yeah.
So it's a trade off. If you're not like some like mad artificer, caster or something like that, then you're better off with a bag of holding. To be legitimately honest. Unless you're just like, I'm carrying like 400 grenades in here.
Yeah.
So I guess that we didn't see an adamantine full plate for me.
Let me see what all you put there. Animated shield, tome of wisdom, parrot of wisdom, adamantine full plate, iron stone of insight.
That was just a quick list.
Those are very high-end magic items you're asking there for.
Look, shoot for the moon, baby. Land amongst the stars.
Let's say the only thing I can think of that would be nice is plate armor or something that increases my strength even higher.
I mean, to be fair, adamantine full plate is technically only an uncommon magic item.
Boom, look at that. I'm not even asking for much here.
which is weird. Animated shield, however, not in your category. Ironstone of Insight.
So I looked at the description for animated shield, and even I'm like, ooh, that sounds nice. I get a shield and a two-handed sword.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Back in the day, that's what I did. It was an expensive enchant back in the day.
Insight, also not one within your range. Tome of Wisdom, not in your range. Pair of Wisdom, not a 5e thing. Sorry.
Gotta go for what I can go for.
Fair enough. Also outside of your range.
I know.
What rarity?
This isn't necessarily rarity based. This is more of I am trying to, as a GM, see what my players would like for the future that I can sprinkle in later on and say, here you go, have a little bit of a treat. But also, if you'd have something that's like relatively simple now, you could possibly get it now.
I know nothing of magical items.
I feel like
Please just give me something great.
Then just give me a description of something that you might want.
I mean,
I don't know.
Basic plate armor wouldn't be too unworthy of being in here.
That is correct. Basic plate armor could possibly be in here, but he did say only magic items.
Okay, basically enchanted plate armor.
Regeneration is also too high in the list tree, but perhaps for later.
I mean, I kind of like looked through the list, but going online, it was like, oh, hey, you don't have access to this. You can't read the description. You can't read the description on this either.
Oh, you went to D&D Beyond?
It's the first thing that popped up that gave me like 75 pages of magic items, yeah.
Yeah, I get you guys a link. Because piracy. I didn't say that.
See, I was thinking, like, I already have a magic sword, so magic armor would be the next kind of step.
Bro, I ain't got nothing magical. Well, I got the bag of holding now, but I ain't got nothing magical.
Yeah, because like when me and Brock were talking about it earlier, he mentioned that there's like a magic item that could increase my strength by 2 more, and I'm thinking, okay, 18, I'm gonna be hitting like a truck.
Oh dear God, why?
Bless you.
Don't encourage him.
More yarn talk, and then he'll come back faster.
So I'm guessing we're going up to just like uncommon.
So how 5e works, you could probably get up to rare, depending on the magic item, just because there are some rare magic items that, like, they say it's rare, but it's honestly not that all impressive. And you could totally get one early.
So that uncommon adamantine full plate is just a walk in the park now.
If we're gonna be
that is
green dragon, we probably want is that poison or acid resistant?
Green dragon?
I got hit with it in the face.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an ice white dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we heard of.
Eagle whistle. We can summon the eagles just like Frodo.
Yes, you could find that, Obi. That would be something that you could find here. So as you guys are searching about, Obi finds another magic item. I would need to make it, because it is not something that I have made here. But I will make a note.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that would be useful and effective, but not too overpowered. And especially in flavor with a rose.
Mm-hmm. I will ask one or two. Or
Like,
here, I should put it this way: stationary or on the move.
On the move.
Okay.
Wait, so it already existed?
It already exists.
Wait, what did he ask for?
He asked for shoes that would make it easier for him to stealth by masking the sounds of his movements. They exist. They're called boots of elven kind. However, they only work when you're moving. So if he has to like stay still and hide in like a dark corner, they do nothing for him.
Yeah. I originally worded it as something called deafening foot pads. Any movement or physical interaction made by a character does not produce a sound, and the effect applies to the whole body. So Obi could be like walking on creaky floorboards, or hitting like wooden surfaces, but it doesn't produce a sound.
Because they are a gnomish invention. Do you know Santa's little helper elves? They look like their shoes. Big curly toes.
You killed him.
Do you still want to wear them?
Yes.
Cool. You will be made fun of in any town that you go to.
Ew.
Yes, you would be able to find that. You would be able to get them.
Hey, baby, would you mind putting the puppies to bed?
I was going to in a minute.
All of the magic items that you find will be ridiculous looking because they are gnomish.
Okay, fair.
Would a flying broom be in here?
That is not one that I'm going to give you.
Damn it.
Where is the... It is a...
Oh my god, there's a bottomless tankard of beer.
Yep.
Excuse me?
Oh, he's like, can I get that instead of the shoes?
Ooh, mystery key. Interesting.
It's one of my favorite magic items. I tried it on this lock. Does it work? No.
I try it again.
It only worked. It one lock. Ginkgo, your goggles of night. Yeah, you remember how I was saying they're gnomish, so they look weird?
Yeah.
Imagine the most thick bottle cap glasses that you can possibly imagine. Like, comically thick and big.
Yep.
Like, if you put them on and you look at somebody, it's like...
It's fucking adorable, because I have the giant eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adorable.
It reminds me of when we watched Tinkerbell, like the two guys that were like best friends, and he put like raindrops as glasses, and his eyes were huge.
Oh, I need to try and figure out Lennar glasses. He wants Ozzy Osbourne glasses.
Yep.
Can I ask them about those? Like, if I craft them, then they enchant them for... Right, because that's what he wanted them for, was also for... Or should I just try and find purple glass with that?
He wanted them to be like the opposite of goggles of night and be goggles of day. Which there is a magic item that does that. It's called a Knave's Eye Patch. But there is only one that exists, and it belongs to one of the most notorious drow criminals to ever exist, Jarlaxle.
Well, wasn't I just gonna make him like the strongest sunglasses possible?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do those need to be enchanted, or like, because he wanted them to look like the Ozzy Osbourne glasses, and I get that.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. Do I need to have them enchanted, or do I just need to find really dark?
You would need them to be enchanted for purposes of getting rid of that sunlight sensitivity.
Okay, then if we're hanging around here for another day, I will try and craft them. They
crafting a magic item doesn't
take
more than a day.
I don't mean enchanting it myself, but making the glasses, like, because the gnomes make it, they're gonna look goofy.
Yeah.
If I make it, I can base it off of the thing he wants. That's what I meant by crafting. I mean, like,
Gotcha.
I make the glasses, and then I hand them off to them to enchant, so that I don't bring him back really ugly glasses that he's like, this isn't what I want, but thank you. And then he just like half smile.
Alright. Kaylin, what is Villashiro's Beholder crown?
Oh. I don't know. I saw it and it looked interesting.
Where did you find it?
D&D Beyond. One moment. I got rid of it because I thought you'd be like, haha, no.
Wait, what? Y'all are in Nomengard. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't find this item when I was going through the thing. This must be from a different book.
I don't know if it's wondrous or legendary.
Holy moly, holy crap. Y'all are not getting these, but holy crap.
What is it? Is it the Beholder Crown?
No, there's a, I was looking through the magic items looking for the Beholder Crown, and I find Nomengard Grenade. Yeah, you can throw it, and it deals 8d6 damage to all creatures within 60 feet.
That's a death trap.
Yeah.
Did I get the sword whip thing or no?
Oh, sword whip? I will have to come back to you on that. That is a legendary no.
Yeah, I was... Because I find this is dumb. I don't want anything, I don't know enough about anything, so I was gonna pick the most obnoxious thing I could find and put it in there just to be obnoxious.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I don't know what I want. I don't know anything. I know nothing.
Fair enough.
There's nothing that Triss wants. Money. Give me money.
They do not. This is the reward they are giving you.
Then give me something that stabs and I can move on.
Giant Strength, Armor of the Fallen. That's an interesting one. Book of Many Things. That's not one that I know of. You will not get that Jiraxis, but I will keep that in mind for later.
Either one of them?
No, you will not get either one of them. However, I will say, roll me a d20, Traxxas.
Go back to the game.
17. Yeah, that's high enough. You will find Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, which are in the game already. Or Ogre Power, sorry.
Because I was trying to find an armor that wasn't ridiculously broken, but at least
Most
plate
armor's
armor.
broken.
Yeah, see, I was looking at those too. That's another one I was thinking of. But I was like, but unless it's a round number, it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, the magic items that give you bumps are like, yeah, we're going to set you to this arbitrary odd number. Thanks. That extra +1 does so much.
I mean, it does at least get me to the 18, which does do something.
I will say that is it on magic items that you can find here.
Okay, sorry, so what did we get? What were all the individual items? Because there's just a lot of talk of different ones.
So, you really want the adamantine plate?
I want something at this point.
I will keep it in mind for later. Actually, you've not gotten a magic item yet, have you?
No, I haven't gotten anything yet.
You know what? Yeah, you'll find adamantine plate. You're already the tanky tank. Let's go more tanky tank.
Thank you.
I apologize. I've been trying to hand out magic items equally.
Yeah, like I hadn't gotten any, and I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little butthurt because, yeah.
I apologize. I've been trying, and I've been not doing well.
No worries, no worries.
When I look those up in the compendium, there's 3 different choices that come up.
For what?
The Gauntlets of Ogre Power.
Oh, you should. It's already in the thing.
Oh, I know. It gives me 3 different options. One has EK, one has DMG, one has LMOP on it.
Any of them work.
Okay.
Your gauntlets of ogre strength, if you should wish to wear them. Have you seen Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
Yes, love the anime.
Do you remember the hands that Rebecca had near the end?
Oh yeah.
That's what they look like.
They really did not suit her whatsoever.
Yeah, so, Obi, you have ridiculously large hands now. If you would like to wear them.
Oh, they're increasing my strength. They're getting worn.
Alright. Lothar, your adamantine plate. I honestly don't know how I can make this seem funny. You've got a beer gut. It makes it look like you have a beer gut.
I mean, honestly, power armor from Fallout.
Yeah.
I mean, that would feel gnomish to me.
That would feel, yeah. You look like you're wearing the what's the power armor from Fallout that looks like it's got a beer gut? Because I know there's one that has a beer gut.
Like T-150 or something like that?
That sounds right.
Power.
Because it's not the Enclave armor. That one's really smooth and sleek. That's like the X105 or something like that.
Nerd.
Shut up! I love Fallout. All right, because I've got heartaches by the number. Obi's having trauma flashbacks with me from being in the car.
Brain implosion energy.
Brain implosion energy, 10,000 grams of pure caffeine, because you can't overthink if your heart stops.
Everyone should listen to it.
Yeah, it looks like T51 is one that has at least is billowed out, so it's not like.
Yeah, I was close. I knew it was T something.
You get the T51 Nuka Cola arm.
I mean, hey, in terms of paint jobs, it's not that bad.
I'm down with that. I'm 100% down with that.
But yeah, you guys get your magic items. Scarlet, I will get back to you on the sword. It's something I'd have to homebrew because there's nothing that exists like it. Is that all right?
Hey.
Knowing her, she probably ran back to the kitchens and continuing cooking.
Oh, I didn't realize that she was cooking.
Yeah, she was running back and forth on her phone while we were all bullcrapping. Because all of a sudden I'm like, I smell something good. Oh wait, don't forget to add the gun to your inventory.
I heard you from the kitchen. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I had a dinner pretty much made, so I was making Robert's parents their plates.
Fair enough.
So who wants to go check on Potato? Make sure he didn't eat anybody.
Potato.
Lothar, Ginkgo, go check on Potato.
I think everyone is.
I mean, we'd have to go back there, yeah, but we
I
definitely.
agree with anybody.
I mean, we got our reward here. I think it's worth a trip to go check on Potato.
Lothar, you find one more thing.
Oh.
I'm gonna send it to you in DMs. There you are.
I am gonna go to bed. I'm like falling asleep.
Oh. Okay.
Good night.
Good night, friends. Bye.
Night.
Well, honestly, it is pretty late.
Yeah.
Wanna call it here?
Yeah.
Oh, can I try and craft the Ozzy Osbourne glasses to leave with
Yeah.
one chance?
Yeah.
What do I need to roll?
Uh,
Jewelry kit?
Yeah, jewelry kit. I'll give you advantage because there is enough tools and help here that you can do it pretty easy.
What attribute should I use?
I will give you your run of the. You'll get your pick of the litter here because you have the tools and help you need where any of them could be possible. Yeah, you would definitely be able to make very good-looking Ozzy Osbourne glasses for a kobold.
Yay.
Alright.
I might look more at magic items to just add to wish list, but those will be added to Discord over this week.
Good idea. Everybody look through the magic items for something fun.
So, since we only have, like, what did you say, 3 slots that you can have?
3.
I assume that means, like, if you found something else later on, you can just exchange them out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not everything that you have found requires attunement. Some do.
Oh, okay, so just because it's magic doesn't mean it requires an attunement. Okay.
Correct.
I mean, it'll still take up the slot, correct? Or no?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason they would.
For example, I do believe it. The adamantine armor that was found does not require attunement because it's literally just fancy metal armor. Whereas something like the goggles of night would require attunement, I do believe.
Damn, wish we had found 2 sets.
Of the armor?
Yeah.
You really want that plate?
I mean, to be fair, I think chainmail looks clunky and weird, and I don't think that really befits a paladin or cleric or anything like that. They're usually running around in plate mail because they know they're going to get into shit.
No, not really.
My view usually takes them walking around in plate mail because
that is pop culture.
Yeah, but I say in D&D, like there's advantages to chainmail over plate if you're looking at that sort of a thing.
Like, if
decks, if
the
you have
big
any
thing
decks,
is cost.
Yeah, plate's expensive.
I mean, my decks are already terrible to begin with.
Plate is 1,500, if I recall.
Yep, 1,500 just for generic plate.
Yep. But yeah, I am going to dip because Kaylin is tired, which means she can't sleep until I go to sleep.
Yeah, like Ryan.
I do stay up until you get in bed. That is true. But as soon as she gets in bed, I'm gonna sleep in like 30 seconds. Or I fall asleep. Or I fall asleep on her side of the bed, trying to warm it up for her.
But yeah, I hope you find a use for that interesting item that you have found.
At some point. Right now, honestly, I'm just excited about having plate. that extra putting my AC to 20 is gigantic.
Scratch,
20 and immunity to crits, and with your feet taking 3 off of non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
I'm taking the war cleric thing to heart right now.
You're getting shoved forward as a tank even more now.
Oh yeah, no, I always felt like it. I mean, technically, it's part of my my characteristics too. So,
to be fair, in like a normal D&D game, clerics and fighters, fighters, paladins, and barbarians are the tanks.
Yeah, we are a tank.
In the quote-unquote like 4 main classes, the traditional fighter, rogue, cleric, wizard, the cleric and the wizard are the tanks. The cleric and the wizard, yes. The fighter and the cleric are the tanks. Fighter is main tank, cleric is the, oh crap, the fighter needs secondary tank.
Yeah, so like the best tanks in like 3.5 are always fighter because you took the fighter feats to do. That's fine. Oh, I like tanky though. My yogurts are left in the Instant Pot. They'll be alright. I think they'll be great. But in 3.5, like what you would do is that you would take combat expertise and like a whole bunch of different fighter feats because I'm not sure how 5e works, but in 3.5, like the way you got the most feats was you go fighter because the human fighter at 3rd level had I think 5 feats. Back then, so like you take like combat expertise, you take all the other stuff, so that like realistically at like 5th or 6th level you could have an active like just walking around like 35 AC, and that's not even a hard thing to do at that point. Like that was just easy walking around. You just had a 35 AC. But 5e looks like it's much more of a, you know, like, and the one thing I really enjoy a lot about 5e personally is that it kind of stops a lot of that like just cheesing. Like there's still cheesing around, but it's not as bad as it was. Like we used to be able to just destroy it. And the one thing I always tell people about like how like you kind of like can mess up a system and everything, that the whole reason that 3.5 even happened, there's other things. The biggest thing that 3.5 did was that it made them make ammunition a thing, because it was not ammunition before 3.5. It was just a weapon. So you had a shuriken, and shurikens were weapons. You put returning on it. You could throw 3 shurikens at a time. So you're sitting there throwing, okay, cool, they do 1d4, but you throw 3 1d4 shurikens at a time, and oh, you enchanted them. Oh, cool. So now it has freezing. Cool. 1d6 cold damage. Oh, it has fire on it. Cool. 1d6 fire damage. Oh, it has lightning on it. 1d6 lightning damage. Okay, cool. I did all that. All of them do it each once a piece on a hit. Oh, but I'm also a fighter, so I get to do it 4 times in a round. So I'm just going to throw shurikens with returning on them constantly and just keep blowing everything up. So you do like 200 damage in a round. It was fucking dumb. Things got broken really bad and really fast.
Definitely a little bit too broken.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's really the reason why like there's a 3.5 and not just 3.
Time to go eat dinner. You guys have a good one.
Dinner? It's almost midnight.
Yeah, but we usually end up eating like 7, 8 o'clock. But it's like, okay, on Fridays D&D's at 8, so we eat after D&D and then stay up for a couple more hours.
Well, y'all have a good night.
Have a good one.
Good night.